Hi, I'm Mark Dannenberg. I'm the CEO and founder of Options Moneymaker, and this is the Profit Builder Weekly Review for September 4th, 2015. It's been a turbulent 2 weeks, but it has been an exciting time to really learn how to navigate your way through some unprecedented moves in the market. If we take a look at our charts, we see that S&P 500, as a reminder, had that big sell-off that started on the 20th of August and ended on the 24th of August with the biggest move down. Since then, we've been trading in a rising channel. We've seen the S&P 500 move up to a high, we've seen it move back down to a low, and we've established a line of support at that low. Yesterday, we were moving a little bit higher. We closed at the low of the day, and this morning we've dipped back lower. As of right now, we're trading right at a rising line of support. There's no certainty or guarantee that it'll hold at that line of support, but that's the pattern that we're tracking right now. On the NASDAQ 100, another one of the indexes that we trade, we see a very similar pattern. You can see it's no surprise here that we moved significantly lower. In fact, had an unprecedented move in the NASDAQ 100 on the 24th, where we traded down to a low of 37.87 and then bounced up in the day to 41.99. So over a 400-point move within the day. Since then, we've established a very similar rising pattern to the S&P 500, and today we dropped down within that rising channel, and the movement lower has stalled right at our rising line of support. That is an important indication for us of being able to recognize a reoccurring rising cycle and declining cycle pattern. So the big question is, how did we fare in the last 2 weeks? Well, very simply, our Profit Builder program, which is a program that teaches traders over a 6-month period how to successfully navigate their way through simple markets and more challenging markets. We start the program with a $5,000 risk amount. In this particular account, we started with $11,000 of total account balance, but we were only willing to risk $5,000 of that at the beginning of last quarter. Then what we do is we accumulate profits and we compound throughout the quarter, meaning that we add the profits that we accumulate each week to our allocated risk, and we continue to increase our allocated risk throughout the quarter. At the beginning of the new quarter, we reset our balance. In this case, we reset to $5,000 of the prior, the same $5,000 starting balance, plus 50% of the profits that had been accumulated through the prior quarter. So that number will change. That number could be anywhere from 20% to 50%, depending on what we see going on. So we accumulated $6,396 of profits last quarter, and to date this quarter we've accumulated an additional $11,723 of profits. Now, here are the last 2 weeks. The week of 8/24, it was Monday, August 24th, that we saw this unprecedented move. That week, we accumulated $1,739 of profits. We navigated our way through some challenges that the market gave us. That's exactly what every trader needs to learn how to do. And this week, the week of 8/31, the week ending 9/4, we actually took a loss of $1,631. Now, you can see here that if you go back for the 24 weeks that we've been trading, that is the 4th week out of 24 weeks that we have had a weekly loss. So the way I interpret this is very simply this. Here is a 2-week period where that big unprecedented move occurred at the beginning of last week, and we navigated our way through for 2 weeks without incurring a loss. And when I say that, I mean that we made $1,739 last week. We took a loss of $1,631 this week. So basically, we were just slightly net positive for the 2 weeks. Folks, that is exactly what every trader needs to learn how to be able to do. I've heard from many traders, not clients of ours, but many traders who wanted to know how we did and told me that they donated a whole lot of their profits back to the market last week because A, they weren't prepared, B, they were overinvested, and C, they didn't know how to navigate their way through that type of a move. Fast forward several weeks, several months from now, if I look back on my simple tracking of profits from week to week, it'll be very difficult to realize where that big unprecedented move occurred just simply by looking at our spreadsheet. And that will be because there's nothing out of the ordinary in terms of accumulation of profits and losses. So our quarter-to-date profits at $11,723 is actually slightly ahead, about $1,000 ahead for the quarter of where we had intended to be. So the simple translation of this big unprecedented move was it was a non-event for us. We needed to work a little harder in terms of managing and adjusting our positions and managing our portfolio, but that's the work that we do when we are dealt a hand that is, as I said, unprecedented. So our compounded profits to date since the Profit Builder program started with $5,000 of risk at the beginning of last quarter, our compounded profits to date are $18,120. We have 3 more weeks remaining in the current quarter. Our current anticipated total profit is $18,490, and we intend to just continue to do what we're doing every single week. We look at our positions every day. We manage each position and each day, one day at a time. We make the difficult decisions and the easy choices that are presented to us. We eliminate all emotion from our trading, and we just do what is necessary. That's what traders do. If you're interested in following along with us, the Profit Builder program is a great opportunity to get daily education. I send out a 15 to 30 minute video every single day talking about the adjustments that we're making, the positions that we're opening, the profits that we're taking on closing positions. I talk about the challenges of the market. I talk about the trends of the market, and I basically educate you 5 days a week for 6 months. We send alerts. We send email and text alerts each time we open, close, or adjust a trade, which allows you to follow along very closely to our performance. This is not an expensive program. This is a program where you start with just $5,000 of risk. You need to have about $8,000 or more in your account, but if you start with $5,000 of risk, you too can earn the same types of profits. So we're going to finish the quarter somewhere around $18,000, most likely, of profits based on $5,000 of risk. So if this is something that interests you, check us out at OMMProfitBuilders.com. I am Mark Dannenberg. I'm the CEO and founder of Options Moneymaker. I love trading. I enjoy teaching traders how to trade successfully. So if you'd like to come along and earn some profits with us, just check us out, OMMProfitBuilders.com. Thanks for listening.